here at with Peter Clensos, 96 years old, had hip surgery 5 days ago and is on his way to an amazing recovery. And we're going to talk a little bit about people from the past and various episodes in Uncle Pete's life. And we have a photo album here showing the torch from Olympic torch run 2004. Can you tell us about that, Uncle Pete?
Yeah, first thank you for introducing me.
You're quite welcome.
This is Terry, who is my brother Bill's daughter, Lola, who are married, and Bill was the oldest of the family. He was one that I respected quite a bit. So when the family came over to America, they landed in San Francisco, and that's where I was born. Bill was born in Greece, and all the rest of the family was born in the United States. But in the meantime, I remember we lived in San Francisco, and we was in kindergarten there, elementary schools. And then we moved to Salinas. That was the first stop. And the reason we moved to Salinas, there were 6 young men from Greece, the Caminos brothers.
From Kitera.
From Kitera, right. And they started a restaurant and a Caminos hotel. And my dad was a very good carpenter, first class, and he worked on all the walls of all the various parts of the hotel with finesse work and so forth. They're a very successful group.
Wasn't the Caminos Hotel noted in the Steinbeck books? I know that it was very
Yes,
famous.
it existed there. It became a historical piece there in Salinas many years afterwards. Of course, when I moved there, I was about 5 or 6 years of age. I went to elementary school there.
Yeah. Do you remember the hotel?
Yes, very much. We used to go in there. We had a hotel too, along with it.
Yeah.
In addition to probably a restaurant or two that he had. And all the kids grew up there, they intermarried. In the meantime, we moved down to San Luis Obispo. And my father was auto carpentry then. And George Colegianos, my mother's brother, and Chris Colegianos came into town also. George worked as a cook in the little restaurant we had there. And then Chris was working in the oil fields at that time. So we lived there for many, many years, and of course that's where the family grew. We had 6 boys and 2 girls in our family. So there was, starting with Bill, of course, and then Harry, then Pete, and then Angelo, and Steve, and then Philip. Philip was killed in World War II. He was on the 25th Infantry. He survived D-Day, but he got killed later on. Friendly fire.
Really?
And then Ann and Barbara were born. Yeah, but Barbara was born in Salinas, California. I mean, in San Luis Obispo. So out of the whole clan right now, this is the year 2006. There are 2 of us left, Barbara, myself. 2 of us left from the Clensos family. And carrying on the tradition is, of course, Terry and her group and others along the line.
What happened to Chris and George Colendianos? Did they go back to Greece? To your uncle?
No, George became a cook up in San Jose, started his own restaurant.
Uh-huh.
I think he married up there. And then I think Chris married, and he went back to a little town of down Crete.
Oh, he went to Crete. He didn't go back to Kitera.
No.
Oh, I see.
And Barbara had accompanied them several times on trips that they went down.
Okay.
So both of them ended up going back, or just one?
Just the one that I know of.
So who knows? You might have some more
George,
Culendianos.
well, I found some Culendianosas in New York.
Could
so
be.
I might give them a
Yeah.
call. This one is Tanasi Culendianos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah, you never know.
No.
Huh. So how did you
So-
end up in Los Angeles after so many years in San Luis Obispo?
Well, I was in high school and I was competing in athletics. And I got a scholarship to USC. So in those days, it was Depression time. Of course, it hit 1928 was when the big Depression hit. And I was going in 28, it was the first year I came down there as a freshman at USC. And my parents, my mother wanted to come down and help me out. So my dad bought a house. We rented a house. And practically on the campus.
Right there on the
Was on
Clinton.
36th
Or
Place Street.
36, yeah.
36 McClinic. We lived there for quite a while until the university expanded and bought the place out. But and then my father closed the restaurant. He came down also and be doing carpenter work around USC and those places.
So everybody came to Los Angeles because of you?
Well, you could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I never knew that.
Now, when is your birthday?
June the 15th, 2006.
Yeah.
And what year were you born?
I was born in 1909.
So what year did you go to USC?
That's the year 1928.
1928.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, my brother Harry had a scholarship at UCLA. He went there for one semester. And Harry went into political work and so forth, city work, city personnel. He became the buyer for purchasing agent for the Water and Power Department, City of Los Angeles. And he became famous for having the longevity, highest period of service.
How many years did he?
Well, at least 60 years.
Wow.
He was probably the longest paid employee. He retired one time, then he went back to it again. And he passed away in, his wife lived in Greece. And he went to a convalescent home in Greece and he passed away there. And he's buried in the family plot of the family that the name of the family that he married there. I don't remember the name of the family.
Petridu. Yeah.
Petridus, yeah.
Right.
And they have their own little section, tombstones, and pictures of the ones that have passed away.
That's the name of the village or the family?
That's his wife's family.
Yeah,
The family.
we were there to pay tribute to Harry in 2004.
Yeah. They found the grave and the taxi driver took him there. So.
So that's the story so far.
To be continued.
To be continued.
To be continued.
All right. Thanks so much.
Well, we
Uncle
hope
Pete.
you recover quickly.
Thank you.
Yeah.